Hi guys, this video today is just a simple public information announcement. I do not want what looks to be about to happen to be allowed to slip under the carpet without anyone realising the true consequences of the corresponding actions. Now we know that the RBNZ is supposed to be independent. We know that the RBNZ pulled lots of strings during COVID that made a lot of rich asset holders extremely rich. We know that this action has widened inequality to levels not seen before in New Zealand. We know this has and was always going to increase crime. It always does. When one section of society is made much poorer as another section, the already rich section, is made much richer, crime always follows. We know that the government created the RBNZ, the totally unelected body that is completely unaccountable for its actions. Now, do you ever wonder why the government did this? Why they allow an unelected bureaucrat to make decisions that have a greater effect on the richest and the poorest than what even the Prime Minister can have? Do you think that this arrangement greatly suits the government? Because it means they cannot be and are not held accountable. Of course it does. We're not stupid. So now I'll get down to the real reason for this video. On the 5th of March 2025, Adrian Orr abruptly resigned as Reserve Bank Governor. According to Finance Minister Willis, discussions between Orr and the Reserve Bank Board had occurred prior to Orr's resignation. Now, Orr's decisions have caused untold damage to New Zealand and its social cohesion. He has widened the inequality gap more than any other governor before him, and his actions have created a crime wave that will take a huge toll on New Zealand going forward. Now, although he's done all this, I do believe that Orr has a conscience. I believe that he made an almighty mistake removing LVRs during COVID, dropping interest rates to near zero and at one point even threatening negative rates, and then the monster of all mistakes, continuing the FLP programme for many months longer than was necessary. He did all of that, and I think at some point it dawned on him what he had done. I believe that he tried to correct it somewhat when he raised rates faster and higher than most other countries. He actually tried to rein in some of that inequality, although the damage was well too far gone. Now this gets me to the present day. Now Orr's resigned, we know that, but why did he resign? It's common knowledge that Orr wanted to impose one of the world's heaviest capital burdens on the big four Australian banks. He wanted them to hold enough capital to cover any large future shocks. Now this would take a lot of the risk out of the system and put a huge safety net around all New Zealanders. But the banks are completely hooked on massive profit, which we know. Them having to hold this capital means that they cannot throw this money out into the system to hook more people on even more debt. It means that there is a slight anchor, an anchor on the irrational exuberance of the debt addicts, of which there are many in New Zealand. It is the sensible thing to do. So now we have Willis. She doesn't like the idea because it is curtailing the housing Ponzi. She wants more risk to all Kiwis so that the few can get even more tax-free capital gain. You know, the age-old con of getting ahead that they like to say. How politicians still say that in this day and age is beyond me. In New Zealand, getting ahead means getting ahead of somebody else by pushing that other person's head down. It means buying a house so you can extrude overinflated rent from somebody less fortunate. That is what they mean by getting ahead. So now we get to the crux of this video. Christian Hawkesby has been made acting governor for up to 9 months. He is supposed to be independent. Willis said that the Reserve Bank Board recommended him. Now watch this space. Will Hawkesby do what Willis wants and take the leash off the big four Aussie banks so that they can start recklessly spraying money everywhere again? Or will he do the right thing and consider the risk to all New Zealanders and not just the big money real estate lobbyists? Listen, time will tell. I think I know what will happen. And if it does, then all RBNZ's and Hawkesby's credibility is gone forever. It's in the bin. Now my next video is going to be about the inequality-induced crime wave that is already engulfing New Zealand and why it is all the fault of the RBNZ. So please like and subscribe, guys. Cheers. See you on the next one.